Anybody? God, come on, team. It's got to be one.
Is your burpees?
Burpees. Burpees. Yeah, it was. Do you guys want a demo?
Yes.
Yes. Dory, do you want to? A burpee broad jump, right? Broad jump. Army. Yeah. A burpee broad jump. So just down onto the ground. There it goes. Chest to the ground. Come up and jump forward. Dory. Woo! Oh, give him a round of applause. Here's the part that still makes me sick. You know when you do something and then you swear to God you'll never do it again? Yeah, this is that thing for me. So how many? No, it took 4,297 of those to crack the world record. So the current world record before we nailed it was 8 kilometres. And me, Ben, and Lee, as seen here in the Ken's post, we wanted to have a crack at 8.5 kilometres. Now, it was called the Burpee 10,000. I don't know where we got the math from. The trend analysis wasn't correct. We just kind of went, it's going to take 10,000 burpees to do this. It didn't. It took 4,297. Anyway, we did it in Cairns, along the Esplanade, in summer. Great idea, Jamie. Well done. Pulled that one through. 8.5 kilometres, 22.5 hours of exactly what Doyley did. We nearly killed this guy. True story. Benny over there, that's why he looks so angry. He's angry at the world. His wife only just started talking to me about 2 months ago. This was 2014, by the way. He got a condition called rhabdomyolysis. Yeah, really bad. That's actually where your kidneys and stuff shut down. You get on a dialysis, your muscles leak oil, protein out of the muscles. And you know when you're like really sore from doing gnarly squats and push-ups and stuff like that? That's like the first stage of rhabdo, and then it gets progressively worse to death. Which isn't an ideal outcome. So we're about 500 metres away, so we're about 7.5 k's, just about to finish the world record. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning. It felt like half of Cairns was out there supporting us. There's this awesome photo of us doing these burpees, and there's just mass people behind us, pushing shopping trolleys full of electrolytes and all sorts of stuff. It was a great community thing. Anyway, we get just off the world record mark, and Benny goes, you know when somebody just goes that ghastly, pale, grey, sort of white, and they're like, I'm fucking done, man. I'm done. And I'm like, no, you're not, bro. We got this. We still got this. So the three of us take a little huddle. We start talking. Come on, bro. You can do it, man. You can do it. And it's all this type of stuff. His wife's like, he's done. He's done. I'm not done, bro. You're so good. So I give him the whole quitting spiel and give him a bit of coaching, you know, give him a bit of that type of stuff. And it's actually, that's a whole other topic of conversation, but would you agree we pretty much, just before we're about to crack it, like this world record, we fucking quit? You guys think about that? You're just about to get the breakthrough and you're like, I'm done. But what's really cool about that, and I've been in that situation before, if you can get through that somehow, every story's different, that's where the goal is. When you're just about to, like, I'm done, you get through it. Anyway, in Ben's case, he kept going, and we got the world record. As soon as we hit the world record, the ambulance took him to Cairns Base Hospital, and he spent 4 days in there. So that's the story of Benny. Anyway, they came and visited me at the gym, and everything's cool. His wife talks to me now. So it's awesome. 2015. Some of you Sunshine Coasters will remember this. Hopefully, maybe, possibly. How's that cheesy grin? That's awesome. Well, I ran around the outside of Tasmania. Now, this was starting to get into the big stuff. Guys, there's a few of the support crew here that came with me, and I'm the full prima donna too. When I'm running, it's like, I need my salmon, I need my kale. And they looked after me. Can the support crew that was there, would you guys stand up just for a quick bit, that came to Tassie with me? Go around, boys, a couple of Thank you. And we were right around the outside. It was just about 1,600 kilometres, something like that. I can't quite remember. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that was 2 marathons a day for quite a while. So it's 80 k's a day. Oh, it's another one in Tassie there. Pretty hectic. Now, in 2000 and where are we? 2016, the one that Bruce sort of stole me thunder a little bit, but I ran from Melbourne all the way to the Sunshine Coast. Now, I 100% felt like Forrest Gump in this situation. I was just past Australia Zoo, and I'm actually quite a shy person by nature. Contrary to being up here, I am very shy. And at one stage, I remember getting my phone. I do love a selfie every now and then, by the way. So I held my phone up and I thought I'll get a photo because there's a few people here. This is quite cool. Like Sunshine Coast people turned up. And anyway, you put the phone up like this and there was masses of people, like a crowd of people. I felt like Forrest Gump. It was awesome. I was like, oh, they're all there. So it was pretty cool. Now we raised $23,000 for the Alzheimer's Association or the Dementia Research, which was just awesome. To raise that much money is incredible in these times. So that was really, really cool. Now in 2017, next year, which is this year, my bad, 2017, so in September this year, I'm going to run through Western Australia. So we're just finalising the finer details. It's going to be 2,000 kilometres again, just like running from Melbourne, 80 k's a day for 17 days. Again, for dementia research and the Alzheimer's Association of Australia. Which is going to be pretty hectic. But, there we go, just shy of 23 grand. It's going to be this year. But there's a really important reason why I'm telling you this stuff, why I'm telling you what I've achieved with my running. And 100%, it's got nothing to do with my ego or how I run or anything like that. And I'll certainly go as far to say as it's got nothing to do with trying to impress you people today. But it's 100% impressing upon you that if you want to do anything, whether it's with business, whether it's with physicality or exercise, you can. And in my journey with running and coming from 116 kilos back to finding my feet with health and stuff like that, and having my business for a couple of years here on the Sunshine Coast, working with Bruce, I've established, and even 13 years as a fitness professional and the diverse roles that I have, I've established that there's three things, and it's a common thread, and they go hand in hand with running, long distance, because this stuff is crazy, man. And I get passionately annoyed sometimes when people are like, if I go and run a marathon or an ultra, they're like, oh, you so got it, man, it's so easy. You run from that. It's not easy. But there is nothing fucking easy about it. And there's nothing easy about cutting your $200 shoes so your foot can stick out the side. Or listening to Johnny Cash for 5 hours. There's nothing easy about that. But there's three things that, can we get some handouts, please? Deepak, thanks. There's three things that I established that are a common thread, and they work hand in hand. And we need these with business, and we need it with long distance running. And the first one, and you guys might agree, is you need patience. In business and with ultra marathon running. And I'll give you an example. I went through a little bit of a tough time with the business, or what I deemed to be a tough time, and I started to freak out. I started to panic. I did what some people do, or maybe a lot of people. I called Bruce, said, need an emergency meeting, wheels are falling off, the old back wheels going about to take off on me, need some help. So I had a chat to Bruce, and full credit to him, got the phone call almost immediately. Having a chat, moral of the story was, just be patient, just slow down, keep doing what you're doing, just cool your jets, calm the farm, slow down, be patient. And within, a week, 2 weeks, he was dead right. Needed patience. And it's the same with exercise. If we think about training, we think about exercise. People want to be lean and mean and all, excuse the term, all pricked ribs 3 days ago. Oh, sorry. Are you winking at me, Tom?
Definitely not.
Definitely not. It's the same thing. There's got to be an element of patience. Nothing good comes in a hurry, I can assure you. And we avoid it like the plague because it's dressed up as hard work. And that is one of the key take-homes. That is one of the key common threads with getting healthy, with achieving things through exercise, and in my opinion, even with business, being patient. There's another one. Could I please have another handout, please, Jen? Thank you. There's another one that we need. Can anybody guess? It begins with P. Persistence. Oh, Jesus. Yes, persistence. Has anybody here read the book by Og Mandino, Persist Until You Succeed? Or the 12, I think it's called the 12 Scrolls of Og Mandino. I read that they said that he was like the greatest salesman that ever lived. And the whole focus, or the value from the book was about persistence, and persisting until you succeed. Okay, they're very, very similar. It's like being relentless, just not stopping, no matter what. Sometimes you can't push as hard as you like. Sometimes you've got to sort of button on and pump the brakes a little bit. You can't go full noise, you can't go full throttle. But what you have to do is keep getting the needle moving in the direction that you want. And you have to persist. And that's a massive take home for me. It's huge. Same with running long distance, same with getting healthy. Don't give up, okay? Don't throw in the towel, especially when it gets a little bit hard. Okay, just look to make some tweaks. It's like what Dr. Chris White said yesterday. For those of you that were here, you'll remember. It's about making little tweaks. Okay, don't try and make those big jumps. Sometimes it doesn't work. But it's just about persisting until you succeed, having that perseverance. That has been, out of the 3 things that I'm going to share with you, that would have to be the cornerstone of my success. Very similar to a lot of people. Okay, had the whole troubled upbringing, got in trouble with the law, made some pretty stupid decisions, but just persisted. I didn't give up. I didn't throw in the towel. My old boss, Shane Cameron, the heavyweight boxer, he was just amazing with this. I cannot begin to describe his level of perseverance. He had broke his hand so many times from boxing. It was well documented that after every professional fight, for his last 6 fights, this is on a world level, he would break his hand every time and have to have it operated on. So the coaches would tape up his hand every single time, and knowing that it would break. He always used to cut really easy, he'd bleed all the time, but he was chasing his dream, or what he believed to be the most important role in his life, to be a world champion of the world. And he persisted until he succeeded, when he knocked out Monty Barrett in the 2nd round in Auckland at Sky City Casino, and he got his break. But he persevered until he succeeded. And the last one, team, this is my favourite one.